Good job to me. I'm learning. I'm starving. Any practice is good practice. You're not even wrong. There's ways to practice bad, but I feel like it's so hard to actually do that. We're talking about practice. We're talking about practice. We're communicating about it. What do I want to practice? Wave dashing? Of course! Of course I want to practice this! My favorite thing. Where should I practice my wave dashes today? Battlefields? Let's do it. I always say battlefields, but it's just the one. I'm so afraid of breaking this controller. You called it Battlegrounds a couple weeks ago, and to be honest, I'm down. I mean, the whole game is a battleground. I called it Battlegrounds because I was playing that obsessively for like a month on Hearthstone. Battlefields, battleground, fighting, it's all the same. It's all the same. I still, like, yeah, I definitely still need to practice wave dashes, man. I get confident about it, but then I see other ice climbers and I'm just like, whoa. Really back and forth, are you? So fast. And they know how to mix them with dance dances. Dance dances. My controller's a little loosey-goosey, I feel. You'll get there? Thank you. I hope so. Because I feel like I'm not going to say I should be better, but I feel like I should be better. I do have to learn the new timing. My controller is slightly different now. It's clickier, which I actually prefer, so I can hear the timing, but it's just getting used to. The climbers are up there with the weirdest ones to move with, so you're on hard mode from day one. And I have nothing to compare it to. Like, I have a feeling that if I picked up anyone else, I would learn it faster, but God, the ices just do it for me. Come on, people! This is a good place to practice them, though. Everybody wants to play Battlefield. Everybody. Why is this considered a neutral stage? It's absolutely not. For who? Neutral for Spaceys and everybody else. For me? Nah, Dreamland is where it's at. The wave dashes are really ugly today. Maybe the percentage is psyching me out. The succession. Almost forgot how to do them entirely. Hold on, let me get out of here. I think I'm having a... Oh no, how do I get out of here? Oh, I can do this. I thought I had to use my directional pad. I'm just gonna practice them without the pressure of that for now. Just getting in my head. I need to remember the timing. I think Psycho Killer comes on more than any song on this playlist. Which is so funny, because there's 18 hours. In fact, let me go to FD. I'm not listening to my intuition. There's nothing wrong with going back to the basics. Sometimes you have to. This is where we started. This is where we were born. I'm using Y now. Maybe I just need a break from X. I think I just need to slow it down. I think I want to be faster, but rhythmically, I just need to pace myself. Like, I'd love to be able to do them back to back, but let's just remember how to actually do one. I hate people when they're not polite too. What a gross way to be. Impolite? Crazy. To think, you know what? Theory. Alright, I'm gonna go try to practice regular wave dashes now. To think that people choose to be impolite, maybe because of ignorance, but mostly I think it's because of culturally we've been ruled by kings and queens and religion, right? Just throughout times and histories. And if you think about the French Revolution in particular, a lot of the rebellion came from just trying to rebel against the church. And the person that pops to mind in particular is the Marquis de Sade. If you're not familiar, if you know the term sadism, it was coined from his name, okay? And he was very, very much an atheist and very, like, just debaucherous. He was in jail, like, most of his life or something like this. But it was in rebellion to the French court or whatever, to the Catholic Church, whoever was during that time, like, saying what modesty is and shouldn't be, whatever. And I feel like that's how it starts. Like, why people are rude at all is because they feel like the alternative is somebody telling them what to do. Most people just want it to be their decision. And I'm gonna say that I think most people are inherently decent. I'm gonna say that. Decent or neutral. I don't know, it's kind of childish. I think, like, I'm jumping around right now. This is a crazy topic. But it's kind of childish. Like, it's the same thing, I think, with people who will jaywalk or like not wait at the light because they're like, well, why should I listen to that? Why should I listen to this person who told me to do this? Blah. I really don't like these kind of people, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, rebelling just because. There's nothing wrong with having a society that's uniform. I feel like it's in particular to jaywalking. Do it if you have to. I have to in certain areas because there is nowhere to cross safely without wasting 111 minutes. But like, rebelling just because, like, engineers came up with the systems for the streets. The reason we have stoplights and stuff is because they have done the science and the math to determine how likely it is for you to die if you don't stop. If you don't wait for cars to go. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm jumping right now. I'm jumping all over the place. Another thing with driving on the freeway. People who don't understand that you're supposed to have space in between cars, not because you're trying to just do whatever you want, but because brakes. Because you're going at a certain miles an hour. That if you don't hit your brakes in time, you're going to rear end the person in front of you. You're also not going to give the other person enough time to respond to you as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, these are not like, these are not rules just for control. There's math and science behind it for the safety of everybody else. That's what I like to believe, okay? Because I feel like we all could be out there just going whatever speed limit we want to, and it would be utter chaos. We would all be killing each other left and right. And that's usually what happens. You're on the freeway, you're anywhere, and one person decides, I'm not going to do what I'm supposed to do, and then they kill everybody. It could be an easy mistake. Carelessness. Especially, I think about this all the time now that I have to actively drive through LA every week for Verdugo. And I just think, wow, Los Angeles has the most amount of psychopaths per car on the freeway in the world. It's gotta be up there. Nobody cares if they live or die. They just want to get to where they're going. They don't care if they have working brake lights. They don't care if they're signaling or anything like that. They're just on the freeway doing whatever they want because they think they're above death. I don't know. I have so much to say about that, and I don't need to be talking. I don't even know how I got on this topic. I have no idea how I got here. I was talking about being polite. I think it stems from, I think being impolite stems from just because people tell you to be polite and have respect, a natural rebellion. I think it's a sign of immaturity, some underdeveloped thinking, maybe. It's just the dumbest thing to rebel against. Being rude just cuz. This is just like, I'm having flashbacks from being a teenager, because I was a very, absolutely uptight teenager. Okay? Very, very large moral compass as a child, and moral high ground. And listen, I'm not proud of being self-righteous, but I was. And I never liked, like, why do we have to be yelling and obnoxious and cursing around people just because, like, oh, we're young. Like, oh, just because they told us not to. It's so gross. I don't curse in public for the same reason now. I don't curse on my stream, okay? But, like, if I'm out to eat, I'm not going to just be talking however, because the other person's not going to want to hear what I'm saying. They didn't consent to this. Do you know what I'm talking about? I actually think that it's okay to give other people peace. And, like, and I'm not saying you gotta hide parts of yourself, but I don't think there's anything wrong with thinking about how is my existence affecting the person near me, you know? Just try to practice my wave dash down smash accuracy, and also getting used to, like, sometimes I'm trying to do a down smash and it's just forward smash. Happens so often. Looking good? Thank you. I appreciate that. Not super accurate with the targets, but good muscle memory practice, I think. I've done 12, 13 now, where it actually gets rid of the target. It's cool. I'm also starting to kind of understand the process of desyncs. Like, I don't know how many you can do on purpose, but there's definitely some that I know that I can do consistently-ish. And it's really a timing thing. 14. I will say, like, where you're supposed to land with the targets is not super clear. Sometimes I feel like it happens when you're in it. Sometimes when you're just before it. Like, it kind of seems like it goes off consistently, like, when you're half in it. Alright, I think that was, like, I lost count. I'm gonna say that's, like, 20. Okay, let me just practice regular wave dashes now. For target accuracy. Although I feel like with these in particular, regular wave dashes is cool to practice, but I feel like it's much more beneficial to practice an attack, because, like, I feel like most of the time if you're wave dashing towards something, it's to hurt it. is to hit it.